He's been with Dio. He's been with Dokken. He's been with this band right now that you might have heard of called Foreigner. Jeff Pilson, how are you, man?
I'm great. How you doing?
I am fantastic. I got the chance. I caught your show, well, last year in Kansas City at the Starlight, which is just a great venue to see a show.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you were injured. They said you'd injured yourself, but you still got out there on stage.
Well, if it was the Starlight show, I probably had my rocket ship wheelchair, which was kind of fun. Yeah, I had some health issues last year. I mean, I'm still going through some of those issues, but getting a lot better. Rock and roll casualty. What can I say?
Some of the guys you've played with, you're certainly on the soundtrack that I grew up with. Talking Dokken and Dio.
Well, that's because you have good taste.
Well, yes, I do. They call Dokken glam rock. I never looked at it that way.
Oh, I didn't either. That's a one-off term. Hair metal, heard a lot of that, and we did have tall hair, really tall hair. So I can't say I understand the hair metal thing. Glam, not so much.
Right. I mean, everybody had big hair back then.
We did, although I think Nick Brown and I might have had the highest hair of anybody, but okay.
All right, so touring currently with Foreigner. You've been with this band now how long?
20 years.
20 years with Foreigner.
Actually, this is my 21st year, yes.
Wow. And just an iconic band to join. You know, when you start talking about, I mean, Foreigner 4 was just an amazing, amazing album. Kelly stepping in as the vocalist, I mean, he's got a huge range, just like Lou Gramm did.
Yeah, Kelly is, I mean, I think he was born in this role. If ever a guy came in there and had the right voice for this music, because let's face it, we all have the highest respect for Lou's performances on these records. They were stellar rock performances. And Kelly came in and not only was able to do it, but kind of gave it his own voice, and yet stayed true to the original, which I think is a very tricky thing to do, and I think he did it incredibly well. And to top it off, he's a fantastic performer. So it's a pretty special place to be in.
It's an incredible, incredible show. I'm surprised. None of us are getting any younger, and I'm surprised at how much energy you guys put out on stage.
Well, thank you. I mean, listen, we all feel very fortunate. We all know that we're in this very fortunate position. We're playing great music. I mean, and it's a great band. I mean, everybody's a great player who listens to each other. We enjoy playing together. It's kind of, if you're going to be traveling at this age and at this point in the career, it's the ideal way to do it. And I think we all know that and recognize how grateful we are.
And Kelly recognizes, too, that none of us are getting any younger, and we do lose range as we get older.
Well, yeah, and, honestly, Kelly hasn't lost any range. It's just that he has to work harder to get that range and sacrifice more every year in order to facilitate that range. So, for him, it's more sacrifice, each year. So that's just a physical thing that he has to deal with, singing these songs and performing these songs. So that's where it's different from him than it is for the rest of us.
Right. I mean, you don't lose your playing the bass or playing the guitar. And I'm going to tell the audience one thing. When you go to this show, they bring out an instrument that I had forgotten existed.
The guitar.
We were sitting there. We were waiting for it during Loverboy, but no, it comes out during Foreigner. Here comes the guitar.
Yes, that's right. Well, I mean, number one, we have an incredible keyboard player in Michael Bluestein. And he's also a tremendous performer. So when Tom Gimbel left the band, and Tom was the guy that had been playing sax for 25 years in the band, instead of, we tried to find somebody that could play guitar and sax like Tom did. And to be honest with you, there wasn't anybody out there that we found that could do both with anywhere near the proficiency that Tom had. So we decided instead, let's find somebody who just plays great guitar and sings great. So we ended up with Luis Maldonado for those reasons, which left the solo on Urgent open, and we decided, you know what, Michael, who is just such a great performer now and such a great ham, let's give him a guitar. It was his idea. Go out front and entertain the crowd, and he's been doing a rip-roaring job of that. And how fun that we're able to do that, and the audiences love it. And, we were dealt a blow that I think we made the most of.
Right. I mean, like I said, it's just such a high energy and enjoyable show. The set list, it's hit after hit after hit after hit. The first time I saw Foreigner was mid 90s, maybe late 90s. And my then wife, now ex, didn't want to go. She was a big country fan, but I drug her to this show, and then she's sitting there throughout the show. Oh, I didn't know they did that song. Oh, I didn't know they did that song. Oh, and she'd wound up having a great time.
Well, that we hear that all the time. People don't realize how many Foreigner songs they're aware of. That's kind of a classic thing with us. And yeah, it's the fact is the band was never an image band. It was always about the music. But people forget we had 16 top 30 songs. That is not a small accomplishment. We're very, very, very lucky in that we have an incredible body of material to choose from, and an audience that, like your ex-wife, responds like that every night. And wow, what a great place to be in.
Right, and that will be at the Missouri State Fair on August 8th. You're kicking off the fair this year.
Well, that's awesome. Love that. I hope to see you at the show. You're going to be able to be there?
I am planning on being there. I'm taking my brother. He hasn't seen Foreigner since just before 4 was released. So he's anxious to go to this one.
Oh, well, as he should.
But Jeff Pilson.
We'll hopefully see you guys there, and it's going to be an amazing show. Just really excited about it.
Yeah, Jeff Pilson, bass player for Foreigner, August 8th at the Missouri State Fair. Thanks for taking time out to talk with me today. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure, man, and I will see you very soon.